What's up, y'all? This is your boy Carter. Welcome to Carter's Life. We're not going to be on here long. Just going to go ahead and jump right into it. We're going to talk about relationships. Real quick. It's not rocket science. Relationships is a two-way street, right? I got asked this question and I was like, wow, I really don't like to do the whole relationship thing because people be like, that's just his opinion. You're right. It's just my opinion. So relationships, as far as man, woman, man, woman, is like this. If your relationship cannot stand the test of time, what I mean by that is if you can't disagree with the person you're with without it being a full-blown argument, that relationship is probably not going to stand the test of time. There's a lot of people who say, Carter, I give my man and people say, I've given my girl everything they want. They're still unhappy. Let me tell you why. You're giving them something they don't deserve. You're giving them something they do not deserve. You don't give somebody something, buy them and give them gifts and all this stuff when you are being treated less than a person. It's almost like when a kid messes up, you don't reward the kid. Women, you have to stop telling men or women, men, whatever it is. You have to stop telling them, I can find somebody to treat me better than you and do more for me than you do. Let me explain to you, when that scenario comes up, whoever makes the scenario, don't argue it. Let them go and get that person. You see, materialistic stuff means nothing if there's not an emotional connection behind it. Yeah, women and men, I got a friend, he says, you want me to be like the dude you was with before. I'm not them. She was like, you're right, because they bought me a car. You have to say this. Buy your own stuff. Get it on your own. Bring something more to the table than a pretty face and thick waist. Bring something to the table. Oh, you don't make as much money as my last man. Well, you don't make as money as your last man. Oh, you don't make as much money as my last girl. You don't make as much money as your last girl. The problem is when you're sitting there and people are trying to play tit for tat. A relationship is only as strong as the two people in it. And let me explain that to you. You go to social media. Somebody pointed this out to me. This is why I know. You go to social media, you post something. The person that you used to be with, they post something. You turn back around and you post something, just get your point across. Now y'all going tit for tat. For what? For what? Then the person that wants to love you now can't love you now the way you want them to, because now you're holding on to something in your past. And you're like, oh, how do I know you ain't going to be this? And then when that new person starts to generate and shows signs of what you went through before, now you're looking at them like, can't do that. Not going to do that. You have to understand, like, I can't speak for women. I can only speak on a man's part. When a man is giving his all and he's trying to do all he can and he's being roadblocked by the same scenarios that he was already in before and he's coming out of, he doesn't want to try because you're already breaking him. Slowly but surely you're breaking him. And when he's trying to show you like, look, and you're showing him nothing but resistance, he's going to let that go. Women always have this thing, oh, you cheated on me, oh, you did this to me, oh, you did that to me, but they never take a step back and say, what led up to that? Why did this happen? Men do the same thing. Never look back and say, why? What did I do that made them feel like he or she had to go and speak to somebody else, right? if you're complaining about something that happened before and y'all work that out, but it comes up in an argument, your relationship is done. Because that person has nothing else to hold on to. You feel me? So I've told this to my friends. I've sat down with them. We hold these conversations sometimes, and they say, "What is the hardest part of a relationship?" And I said, "Letting go." You're not letting go because you have to. I mean, you want to. You're letting go because you have to. If a person loves you, they want to see you win at all costs. When a person sees you trying to win and they keep saying, "Well, why are you doing that? But why this? Oh, if it ain't about me, then why are we doing this?" You shouldn't even mess with a person like that. You just shouldn't. You can't make somebody understand that the rules are the same for you as they are for them. If a person disrespects you, that's just disrespect. They gonna do it. But if they can't see they disrespecting you, then you gotta start looking like, oh, okay, this is this ain't a we, right? Look at where you come from, what you've been through. Like I'm the type of person, like, I'll give the shirt off my back to a person. But I ain't gonna keep giving you my shirt if I don't see you trying to improve. There are people who you look at them and you say, "Man, why they act like that?" They act like that because nobody told them they faults. You ever seen somebody that could tell you everything that's wrong with you, but they can't tell you what's wrong with themselves? That's what it is. A relationship has to have a conversation involved. "Oh, I don't trust you because of this." Then he'd be like, "Yo, I don't trust you because of that." Women got to understand, a man doesn't want the rest of the world to be able to see your body. Some of you women, I swear, y'all must have been ugly as kids. Must have been ugly. And when you got older, you realize, like, boom, I got boobs. Boom, I got thighs. I got this. I'm going to start dressing this way. And you forgot about how to be a lady. You forgot how to be a lady. Men, we were taught as a youngster, get as many women as you can and just enjoy life. Nobody said, but at some point, you're going to love one person and you're not going to be able to have all these other women. You're going to just have to settle down. We were not taught that. We weren't taught that by the right people. Now, the older cats like, "Yo, you don't need a bunch of women. You just need one person to hold you down." All right, cool. Women, stop trying to compete with what your friends got. Just because your friends got a brand new car, nice car, don't mean you supposed to have it. Just because your friends got James Avery and all this, don't mean you supposed to have it. Men, stop trying to make your woman like your friend's wife. Your wife may not be built to have a size 2 frame. She might be built to have a size 6 to a 16 frame. But if you love her unconditionally the way she is, except if she's unhealthy, then you try to get her healthy. You know what I'm saying? If you're unhealthy, you work out with her, do that. But other than that, you're supposed to accept her as she is. God put us all here for a purpose. Tearing each other down wasn't the purpose. When you're in a relationship and you're trying to build something, if you gotta build it alone, build it alone. Women, you gotta stop telling your man, "My friend's husband does this." Well, then you need to go be with your friend and her husband. Because I could easily say, "Well, my homeboy's wife does this. This is something you definitely don't do. She don't complain, you do." Then that'd be like, "Oh, you probably messing with her." You know, women, y'all always like overlook. Men, we overthink. Women overlook. Men, we be like, "Man, look, she hanging out with her friend over there. Her friend is no good. She always got different dudes. If it walk like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a duck." Well, I don't do that. Well, that ain't what everybody else sees. When it became the social media era, relationships took a dive. When it became the cell phone era, relationships took a dive. Because I don't got to talk to you. I can just text you, hey, what you doing? That's it. Women, you want a man to do stuff for you that you don't do for your man. If your man can't come to you and be like, babe, I had a rough day at work, let me tell you what happened, without you interjecting and making it about you, then there's a problem. Men, if your wife comes to you or your girlfriend comes to you and says, babe, I had a rough day at work, let me tell you what this dude did. Now, automatically when we hear what this dude did, we go into, let me hear what she got to say, and then let me roll up here and check this fool. But that ain't what she needs us to do. She don't need us to interject. She just needs to get it off her chest. It's a difference. Relationships is different. Family relationships is different. I'm telling you, I have family members I don't deal with because they've shown me their true colors one too many times. Now, does that mean like I don't want to like have a family gathering and be like, yo, let bygones be bygones? Yes, but if I let bygones be bygones and I see you do the same thing, I can't let that bygones be bygones a second time around. There's a no. When you're dealing with a relationship, I don't care if it's with your family or your significant other, whatever, let me tell you one rule you don't have to put up with. You don't have to explain over and over and over and over and over something that doesn't need to be explained. If you got one of them women or men who's like this, when did you do that? When were you around your kids? So when you was around, your baby mom was around, your baby daddy was around, you don't gotta explain none of that. Let me tell you why you don't have to explain that. Because you had kids before you even knew that person. You knew you had to deal, they knew you had to deal with somebody before you got with them. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, I sit back when I hear anybody make those comments. I'm like, you knew what it was before you talked to me. I knew what it was before I talked to you. But there's a line of respect that must not be crossed. If we're in a relationship and your baby mama or your baby daddy talking crazy to you, I have to make a decision on, they're just arguing. Do I take a step back? Or do I say, okay, I'm going to let them argue, but the moment it becomes physical, then I must step in. See, there's a difference. Because let's say you beat up the baby daddy, now the kid's got a dislike for you. Why you beat up my baby? Why you beat up my daddy? Because he's disrespecting your mom, putting his hands on her, and she's my woman. I was supposed to step in. The woman. Why did you fight my mom? Because your mom was putting hands on your dad, and I was supposed to step in. You see, there's so many scenarios, right? But here goes one scenario that every man should follow. I'm gonna give you this, and this is free advice. Sometimes you gotta tell your woman, I don't need you to step in. Matter of fact, I don't even need you to get involved because I still got to deal with her after the fact. Well, I don't like... I still got to deal with them until their 18th birthday. I need you to fall back. Oh, then it becomes, oh, she can just treat you like a bitch, or he can just treat you like however. No. If somebody knows how to handle their own problems, they don't need you to become a problem. You understand? If I entertain violence with violence, then the only thing that's going to happen is more violence. But if I take myself and say, let that person yell, scream, do whatever they want, and I'm still calm at the end of it, and I'll be like, is it my turn? Yeah, okay, well, let me tell you what it is. See, there's ways to deal with people. But if a third party comes in, it can ruin everything. It'll ruin everything. So I tell men all the time, I tell my guys, I say, listen, your baby mom is only doing you like this because she got a new dude and she's showing out for the new dude. You know how to handle that. Take a step back and be like, are you finished? And be calm in front of the new dude. Like, now you see how she talking? Watch. And I want this, and she need to come back with new clothes. No, that's what you get a child support check for. You're supposed to buy her clothes out of that. Sorry. Men, if the baby daddy comes and he want to talk to his baby mama, let him. It's up to her to go out there and speak. See, some baby daddies don't got no respect. They just pull up. They don't call or nothing. Like, and that would probably be like my biggest thing. It's like, yo, he called before he came? Yeah. Okay, well, why does he feel so comfortable just pulling up? Because then that's when you're going to start asking, are y'all still messing around? Because he's just pulling up without a phone call? Nah. See, me, I'm cool. I'm the cool baby daddy. I'm cool. Because I don't care what none of them do. As long as you don't put your hands on my kids, you're straight. Men, keep this in mind. If you can live in the moment and not blow up, you're perfectly fine. If you notice when you pull up, she got the dude in the car, man, don't show out. Don't show out. Just tell her while he's in the car, you see how you brought him to my house and you didn't let him know you was bringing him to my house? Yeah. I want that same energy when I pull up with my girl. And I'm going to make sure, and if you start showing out, I'm calling the police. See, sometimes you don't have to fight a battle. The laws has been put in place to help fathers. When you do a relationship of co-parenting, your kids are the only ones who suffer. Why you think I always say, yo, I'll just go get my kids, man. We straight. My daughter's mom and husband, like, I can't fool with them on no level because the drama is too much. It's too much. My daughter finna be 17 years old. The drama's too much. Like, she ain't trying to hang out with her daddy. No way. You know what I'm saying? But when I look back and say, I did everything I was supposed to do, I did that. If you're a man, you can look back and say, I did everything I was supposed to do. If you're a woman, you'd be like, It's some women that's out there paying child support. And their baby daddy treat them like garbage. Oh, you was any type of mom, they wouldn't have gave me the kid. No, fool. Sometimes a mom is in a bad space and she needs somebody to step in and help her. That don't mean she don't love her kids. That just means at the time she couldn't provide for them the way they needed to. And she said, hey, won't you take them so I can get on my feet? And you were just like, if I'm taking them, I'm keeping them. And she was like, well, that's it. You're their dad. You got with a new woman who started helping raising them. Now the new woman felt like she had some say so. No, she don't. She's a stepmom. She know when to step in and step out. Just like a stepdad. Know when to step in and step out. Know what I'm saying? Say one last thing, I'm out of here.